Hi, it's Natasha. Thanks for joining me. I have a dumbbell workout today. Grab any sets of dumbbells that you have, maybe a single heavier one as well. We'll start with a warm-up. We're going to crisscross those arms, circle the arms backwards, engage the core, and just breathe here. Double arms back, crisscross again. Give yourself a pat on the back. Leg swings. You're going to balance on one leg and swing the other leg up and back. Try to stay tall and balanced. Swing the other leg forward and back. Your arms can swing in a little counterbalance. Hip circles, internal, external rotation on the hip joint. Big circle sweep. Squat, fold, stand. Squat, fold, and drive up through those hamstrings. So like a deadlift to rise with a flat back. Deep squat, forward fold, and rise. Keep that going. Squat, fold, stand. Make your way to the back of your mat. You can circle out the wrists. And we'll take a plank walk here. Walking into plank. Sweep the hips to a little up dog, back to plank, and walk back. Ragdoll yourself up. Ragdoll yourself down, plank walk, spread those fingers, dip hips, lift hips, and crawl back. Walk it out forward, stay low now. Up dog, walk out, swing hips, up dog, on toes, walk it out, ragdoll it up. Jumping jacks. Let's get the heart rate pumping a little bit, arms up and down, legs out and in. And we're going to get started with some squat to press. This is exercise 1, simple squat to press. The first round of drills are very simple, and then we'll move into the second, which will be a little more complex, stringing exercises together. Squat deep, shoulder press, pop it up. Use the hips to kind of thrust that weight upward, driving the weights over the head, especially if you're going heavy. You might need that extra help of the hips. You might tap your elbow to your knee and then push press. Drive into the heels and try to press your knees outward, not allowing them to cave inward. And set the weights down, going into a half burpee squat. So you'll just jump back, jump in, and squat. Quick little recovery time. Do what you need to do in between sets. Stretch, jump rope, drink water. Here we go. Set up yourself in a half fold so you can jump back, jump in, squat, and stand. Hands down, jump back, jump in, squat, stand. So when you come in, sit your hips back in the chair and then pop up to standing. Keep your shoulders and core really strong. Here's another option. You can pop up onto those toes like you're gonna jump, but it just turns into a heel raise. Toes, heels, down. Out, in, squat, jump, toes, heels. Little jump up on those toes, on the balls of the feet. Nice work. Quick recovery time. Moving into curtsy upright row with the weights. So you'll pick up your matching dumbbells. I am using 10 pounds here. We're going to curtsy side to side, upright row in the middle. Exercise. Curtsy right, stand tall, upright row, elbows high. Curtsy left, stand and upright row, like you're zipping up a sweater. You can turn the palms side and then pull the palms towards your body on that upright row, and the weights go right up like a zipper. If you want a deep curtsy, you could try to tap that back knee on the ground at a 45-degree angle as you step back there. And then upright row. If your weights start to get heavy and you need a little jump into that upright row, you can use a little bit of momentum. If you're strong enough with the size of your weights to just go up and down with your strength, go for that. With your arm strength, your shoulders, your deltoids here. Elbows the highest point, weights just maybe above the chest. And rest. Moving into exercise 2, we're going to keep the weights and do a ski swing. So you'll swing down the side of the body and then thrust the hips forward. The momentum goes forward, so the weights swing upward. Here we go. Pick up the weights, dip back, thrust forward. Weights can go about shoulder height or 45 degrees up if you're working with a little bit lighter weights. And you're only hinging down about 45 degrees, pressing those hips, squeezing the butt forward as you thrust. Here, I'm going to go all the way up, that American style swing. So biceps by shoulders, punching the arms over the head, but not beyond the ears. Finding that lightness, that no gravity, little moment at the top. And then absorb the landing with the knees bending, hips swing back and forth. You got this. And rest. Set the weights down. We're going into a lunge bicep curl. Take a little recovery time, and then we'll pick the weights back up. You're going to step backwards for the lunge, bicep curl, and then step forward and switch legs. Step back, curl, down, step forward, step back, 90 degrees. You're pulling your weights up to your shoulder. It can feel like a clean as you kind of thrust the weights up to the shoulder, flip your palms up and then down. Keep your shoulders over your hips. To make it a little bit easier, you could drop your back knee on the mat, or you can hover to make it a little more challenging. One more option is to step back and clean bicep curl at the same time. So step and pull those weights to shoulder. Step and lift. Get under the weight and then rack it at the shoulders. Nice work. Keep it up. Be sure to breathe. Exhale each one. Rest. Set the weights down and come down onto your mat. Next one will be done with body weight, a push-up to an opposite toe tap. If you need to modify the push-ups, feel free to come down on the knees and then lift the knees on the down dog opposite toe tap. Here we go. Set up your push-up. Down, up, reach back, toe tap, opposite fingers to toes. One push-up, other hand to other toes. On your push-up, your elbows should be going about 45 degrees back, or perhaps even closer to your ribs if you like it hitting the triceps a little more. Heart and gaze forward, elbows back. Lift the tailbone on the toe tap. Tuck it a little bit on the push-up. And rest. Go ahead and take a quick child's pose, some breaths, anything you need to do. Like I said, you can circle out the arms, maybe bind the hands behind the back, little chest opening after all those push-ups. Maybe you need some water. And then we're going into a little bit more complex moves. combining exercises together. If you ever need more time before we get started, just hit pause, take a rest, come back in when you're ready. You can also repeat the first section if you like those simple moves. The first round of exercises will be 2 cleans, 2 presses, and 2 squats. So just a combo of moves. 2 cleans like we did where you just pulled the weight up towards the shoulder, 2 push presses, and then racked squats. Here we go. Jump them up to the shoulder, 2. Flip the palm. Now 2 push presses, rack 2 sitting squats, butt back, butt back. Drop the weights and reset. Keep it going. Find a pace that works for you. I'm moving quite quickly. That hang clean, bend the knees a little bit so you can thrust the hips forward. Same with the push press, and then sit back on that squat. Imagine there's a chair behind you. Get as deep as you want to go. Set the weights down. Body weight exercise, down dog scorpion flip. You're going to twist the knee under and sit. It's a little preview. Flip, twist under, hip dip, step back. When you're ready, go ahead and set yourself up in down dog. We're starting with the right leg up in a down dog split, and you're gonna flip, scorpion flip, rotate, twist, hip dip, press back. Left leg sweeps up. Scorpion flip, lift the arm and step on the foot, and then swivel the other way. Hip dip and lift. Right leg, scorpion flip, rotate, plank tuck, sit, step back. Left, scorpion, flip it over, flip it under, twist, hip dip, step back. Keep alternating, find a nice pace that works for you. Pretty simple move, just 1 knee over, knee under, hip dip, step back. And you made it. Quick recovery. Moving back to a dumbbell exercise. This time we'll use a single dumbbell. So if you want to go heavier, you can. We're doing 2 bent over rows, 2 clean and lunge, same time, clean, step back, lunge, and then 2 rotational push presses. So you're going to push press and twist towards that front knee while you're in the lunge. You'll have time to get to know the drill. Pick the weight up in your right hand. Here we go. Bent over row, elbow up, down, clean, step back, lunge, opposite leg steps back, and then twist, push towards the front hip, rotate, step it in, switch hands, flat back, 2 bent over rows, clean, step the right foot back, left hand curls, rotate towards the front hip. That Arnold style press, you're going to take palm in, palm out. Here we go, 2 rows, lunge clean, step it in, step it back, rotate towards your front hip, pulling the palm in and out, step in to switch. And you might work slower than me. Once you get the move, you can just find the pace that works for you. Twist towards the front knee as you push press, or the front hip. And break. Body weight exercise on your mat. Come to seated. Have the mat side of you so you can work laterally and your knees will be protected. If you have a thin mat, you might want to grab a blanket or something to cushion on your knees. We're starting in a boat pose and we're going to do little 90-90 switches with the knees, one internal, external rotation. So knees left, hip thrust. Step the left hand long, modified side plank, knee crunch. Come back down to seated, legs forward, boat. Knees right, hip thrust. Right arm steps out, abduct and crunch, elbow to knee. Come back through boat. Swivel left, hip thrust. Left arm long, knee crunch. Elbow, knee, little oblique crunch there. And then come back through seated boat. Knees right, hip thrust. Reach that right arm long, abduct and crunch. Again, finding that pace that works for you and the movements that feel good. You did it. If you're confused with any of these more complex moves, feel free to repeat this and get them down so you can push a little bit harder. I find it fun when you're kind of not thinking about how hard I'm working, but thinking about the moves. I enjoy complex movements. I know they're not for everyone, especially if you tend to get lost in moves. Just do the best you can, keep moving. Pick up those dumbbells. We have 2 deadlifts, 2 snatches, 4 lateral lunges. Go ahead and stand the same way I am so you have space on the sides of you. 2 flat back deadlifts. Snatch the weight, hang snatch, pull the weight over the head. Side to side lateral lunges. You can try to frame your foot with the weights, so hinging forward as you step side to side. Repeat. 2 deadlifts, hang and clean. Drive the weight into that push press with your hips. Side to side lunge, framing the foot with the weight so it's a little bit of a hinged forward fold in that side lateral lunge. You are doing amazing. Keep it up. Send those hips back, weight in the heel on that side lunge. You did it. Set the weights down, back to body weight drill. This will be the last timed drill. The rest of the exercises, we're just counting reps of 10. Feel free to take a couple stretches, and then we're moving into a crisscross from low to high boat. You'll take a crab opposite toe tap, flip yourself under switch to a hovering table or beast position. Little animal inspiration. Here we go. Low, high, twist. Low, twist. Elbow, knee. Low boat, high boat with a twist for 4. Hand and foot down, opposite fingers to toes. Flip under, flip back. Other side, toe tap, flip under, flip back. So you're just going the direction of the leg that's lifted. Low, high, 4 crisscross low, high boats. Take a crab tap, swivel under, swivel over. Belly down, belly up. Four crisscrosses here, low, high. Crab tap, opposite toe tap, flip under, flip over. Crab tap, flip under, flip over. Keep it going, you got this. Awesome. Take some time to recover or feel free to repeat that section. Moving into just reps of 10 exercises, working as hard as you can, finding a pace and just counting them out. You can also just try to keep my pace and not count. But be sure to take some time to rest and recover here. Drink some water, walk it out, stretch. Exercise 1 with a single dumbbell. Use your heavier dumbbell if you have it. It's a jump back single arm burpee. Jump back, jump in, snatch, push press. Set it down and switch. Other hand, jump back, jump in, grab the weight, snatch it over the head, push press it over the head, rack, set it down. The hand that's down on the jump back is the same hand that picks up the weight. Snatch, push press, rack, switch. Jump back, jump in. If you need some momentum to that snatch, hike the weight back in between the legs and then thrust it up. Or it could just go straight from the ground, straight up, like a big high pull with the hips. We're doing 10 reps, remember. So you're either counting or just working with me here if you don't feel like counting. That was 10 for me. Go ahead and take quick recovery time or finish up your 10. Moving into 10 jumping lunges, 10 suitcase lunges. First one without the weight, just jumping into the lunges. You can also step back if you don't want to jump. When you're ready, count to 10. Use your arms for momentum if you're jumping. Pick up the weight with a flat back. Your opposite leg and arm go back. You switch as you step together. Step forward. Lunge back, step forward. Opposite arm and leg swinging back, stepping forward. Set it down. Moving on. Jump squats, clean squat. So first move without the dumbbell, then we'll pick it up for the clean to squat. You can jump like a jumping jack, squat, jump in. You can jump straight up to the sky, any style that works for you. 10 jump squats. Ten clean squats. So you'll hang clean the weight as you sit back, squat, switch. Count to 10, dip, clean squat. Remember, you're throwing the weight up with momentum, getting under the hand, getting under the weight, hand under, hips back. And that was 10. Bent over row to single leg deadlift. Still working with one weight here. Take a little recovery time if you need it. You can also keep moving, jumping jacks, jump rope. Here we go. Pick up that weight. We have a bent over row. Right hand has the weight. Flat back. Elbow high, low, then stand and take the left foot back. Single leg deadlift, switch. Single arm row, lift, opposite foot swings back, deadlift. Switch hands. Bent over row, other leg swings back, deadlift, balance. Switch hands, bent over row, stand, swing opposite leg back, weight forward, hinge. Keep it going, counting to 10, or again, just finding a pace that works for you for as long as I'm working. And that was 10 for me. Quick recovery time. Moving into a plank walk elevator. So no weight on these next few exercises now, just body weight. And we're almost done. Hang in there. These last 3 exercises are going back to 1-minute time drills. Making your way to the back of your mat so you have space to plank walk forward. Once you hit your plank, you'll do a commando forearm, hand, hand, and then this little loaded plank where you bend your elbows and knees and then straighten out to plank. Here we go. Walk out, down, down, up, up, down and up. You can drop to your forearm, pop to your hands, or you can just bend and straighten. Now left arm, down, down, up, up, hover, bend knees, bend elbows, walk it back in. Plank walk, commando, right, left, bend, straighten. So I'm coming down forearm to hands on those, forearm, one at a time, and then both forearms and knees hover. Find what works for you. And time. Quick recovery here. Just 15 seconds. I would counter stretch on the wrists a little bit. And we're getting back on them. Coming into plank, we're going to swing the knee in and back step through. Low lunge, twist, elbow knee, open twist. Close twist, open twist, hands down. Reset, swinging knee in, back, tuck, step through. Hands behind head, twist elbow knee, open elbow knee. Twisting, tuck, and open twist. Hands down, step back, keep it going. We swing the knee in for 2. The third one we step through. Low lunge, twisting tuck, twisting fold, and open fold. Hands down, step back. Spread those fingers. Push the shoulders down. 2 swinging tucks, knee step through. Hands behind head, twisting, fold, open, elbow, knee, right and left. Nice work. Recovery time. Come down onto your back, doing some abdominal work. Reverse curl, leg drop, sit up, roll back. Here we go. Reverse tap. Roll down, legs drop. Legs down, upper body lifts, toe tap, roll down, repeat. Legs up and over the head, reverse curl. Legs down and up. Legs down, upper body curls off the mat to a forward fold. So we're folding in a reverse curl. Legs lower, lift, and then folding into a forward fold. Upper body curling forward. Take your time. Be mindful of your neck in that reverse curl. Only go to where it feels good. Try to keep that low back grounded down. Moving into crisscross with straight legs. Little L switches, elbow across to the opposite knee. Trying to lift your shoulder blades off the mat, not pull on the neck. Exhale each one. Rolling crunches. Roll on the sacrum, side dip onto the forearm, side crunch. Kind of balance and lift, stack the hips. Roll, stack, crunch. Subtle movement where you're just trying to come into side laying on the forearms, stack the hips, squeeze the butt forward. Roll side to side, press the forearm down, stack the hip. You did it. I hope you enjoyed that dumbbell hit class. Worked up a sweat. Here we're just going to stretch it out. Take a wide yogi squat, malasana, and some thoracic twists. Hand behind the head, elbow lifts as you rotate. Jump back into a down dog and pedal. Here you're really moving organically how your body wants to move. I'm going to work some spinal waves, rolling forward through up dog, lowering the hips, and taking some cobra rolls up and down. Head up last, head down last, elbows bend and possibly straighten. Back through that up dog on toes and exhale through downward facing dog. You can do that again, rolling through up dog, this time rolling back through downward facing dog. Widen your feet. Come back through that up dog, round the spine back to down dog, and then find a forward fold. Let your back hang, let your head hang heavy. Ragdoll all the way up. Give your wrists a shake and circle, your shoulders, and then your hips. Feel free to continue stretching out. Here, I'm going to take my arms overhead, cactus back bend, elbows wide, and forward fold into a flushing back bend. Exhale, round the spine and bow. Inhale, cactus, heart prise open, elbows back, and take your bow. Thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know how class went. I love hearing from you, and I will see you in the next workout.